Hello, Kim. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you, even if we are back to winter on Cape Cod.
Oh,
I,
I know.
I understand that the gardener, C.L. Forneri, when asked what spring was like on Cape Cod, said, well, it's January, February, March, March, June, or July. So that about sums it up for me. But it is warm and toasty and so much light and color here in our wonderful gallery at Cotuit Center for the Arts.
Absolutely. Welcome to the gallery and welcome to Purple Figs, mine and Kim's ekphrastic poetry workshop. I certainly nature is alive in the gallery today, Kim. Can you show us a little bit of our current exhibit?
Absolutely. I'm going to turn this around and see if I can get you in the other direction. So here's a long shot of it, but we have so much color. We have so much beautiful. These are the Printmakers of Cape Cod on this lower gallery. Here's the piece that I'll be reading from in a bit. One of my favorite pieces I actually have to take a long step back for because it's almost an entire wall and spills onto the floor. It's just stunning and gorgeous. And so if you need some color today in this winter weather, please come to our gallery. We are open on Wednesday through Saturday and get yourself a little color fix.
I know we say it every time, but our curator, Michelle Law, did such an incredible job with this exhibit. It is beautiful to walk into. You've got these oranges and reds on your right and these beautiful blues and greens on your left, and you're just like in this whirlwind of color. And the printmakers themselves, who juried this show and have their work in it, the work is gorgeous. It's fills the entire lower gallery. It's absolutely worth coming to see. You can see some of the pieces here. And if you haven't before, you should also check out our Voices of Cotuit program. There's QR codes on the wall where you can actually listen to the artists talk about their process, talk about the work they did. Um, it's a rare treat to be able to come in, scan that, and be able to hear from the artists directly. And of course, all of the work is inspired by the environs they made it, so you can see so much of Cape Cod on the walls here. And certainly, Kim, in the piece you're going to do, which is just gorgeous. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it and share your poem with us?
So I just love this piece by Deborah Pressman. I don't know if it's the colors, the abstract nature. I don't know much about printmaking, but I'm learning so much just by looking at all these pieces and the idea of transfer. And I'm also just in my own life thinking a lot about sort of staying individual and yet being part of community and how important it is to mesh with another person in order to be whole and also to stay individual in order to be whole. And then so all those kind of collided, I think, in this poem by with a inspiration by Deborah Pressman. This is Estuary number 2. She has a piece, I think, on the other side as well. So this is called Estuary of Love, inspired by Estuary number 2 by Deborah Pressman. And the epigraph is, we shall all in the end be led to where we belong. We shall all in the end find our way home. And this comes from a beautiful young adult novel by Kate DeMillo, who is an award-winning children's writer, called The Beatrice Prophecy. That time at Scorton Creek, the sun high above our summer shimmer. We were tadpoles, really, mere infant algae, coloring the landscape in our bold representational art. We did not understand yet the idea of fusion, of abstraction, as we waded into that estuary where fresh water and salt water mesh. We knew only of the singular leaf patterns beneath the surface, knew only of our discrete feet beneath the leaves, each leaf a testament to each, to separate, to never blending, a mirage of wholeness. We were only color and wetness, had no concept of smoke, how it could drift in from all directions, could surround our ecstatic natures, could permeate our naivete, could blind us. So that there in the marsh of our awakening, We would learn to braid seagrass. We would learn to merge ocean to pond to ocean. We would learn to transfer our love to the surface of each other, to discover the way out, to find our way home.
Just gorgeous, Kim. I told you before, I adore this poem. It makes me feel like, and just like really the piece itself does, like I am floating on the surface of something, and there's sort of three levels it's working on for me. It's like I feel like a tadpole, I feel like a creature, in the water, and I feel like a human being who is like having this experience of change and growth and combination all at once. And I feel the artwork itself, the printing, the laying on, the layers of it, um the way it sort of feels so obvious to look at and yet it's completely abstract.
Mhm.
I just, and it, so that's the end sensation. I really do. I feel like I'm at Scorton Creek and I'm just lying back on the water. It's
Mm.
high tide. I can just relax in it and feel the water below and the sun above and that perfect area where air and water are meeting, right along it.
And there's just something about, I love that interpretation, by the way, because there's something about giving ourselves over to nature, leaving the mobile phone behind, really just becoming one, just not only looking, but letting it touch us and letting us feel it. And there's something about that that sort of is like being part of the human race, being part of community, getting close to someone, that we have to be washed by something, and yet there's danger around, and there are things that cloud our vision, and how we need each other to make our way out of that. And I'm not sure where all that came from. There's so much going on in the world right now. I'm sure that that's sort of swirling around in me, and just thinking, and nature to be such a respite for so many people and so healing. And this exhibit really exemplifies that. There are just so many ways in which these artists have enjoyed nature and brought it to the viewer to fall into, really, and become one with.
Yeah, I mean, an estuary itself, this is where the fresh water is meeting the salt and they're combining to make something new. And that
Mhm.
very act of sort of pressing together to create something is the heart of the printmakers show. Um, it's, I think your piece could fit so many of these pieces, but there's just something so delightful in the synergy, between estuary number two that you wrote to in your piece as well. And yeah, it's a sort of tumultuous place and there's life there, but it's strange and it's odd and it's sort of,
Mhm.
being at the boundary of things. Um, I just love it, and I ever since you first shared it with me, I've been thinking about it, and so I look forward to thinking about it for a lot longer. Did
Now
you
I
have?
want to go out
Yeah.
to Squirtin Creek, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, that absolutely, that absolutely is how I'm feeling, and hopefully, once the snow at the end of March is done, we'll be able to go out there and really enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to share today, Kim?
No, but thank you. I always appreciate doing this with you. And we do have a wonderful exhibit on the second floor of our gallery as well. We have two beautiful artists, and Jason has selected one of their pieces. Orfeo Febri and Lisa Bryson are up there, and just gorgeous, complementary to this in a different way. And so there's so much more to explore right here in the gallery at Cotuit Center for the Arts.
Yeah, I can't wait to share the work in the upstairs gallery. I'm very much looking forward to sharing my poem as well. So we'll be seeing you all soon. For now, this has been Purple Figs. Come and check out the art.